And if my memory serves me correctly, it was my fault. I made a stupid error, left me with about 350 chips and nothing to play with. So I was in another tournament at the same time, and even though it was early, I was already orange M zone with about 350 chips. So I minimized this screen and I started up another tournament and just started paying attention to that tournament, which the other one I made the money as well. But what happened here is like I said, I just minimized the screen and didn't pay attention to it until I saw something decent. I think it was a pair, so I doubled up once, doubled up twice, and then I had pocket aces, and I think I tripled up. All of a sudden, wow, I was back at 5,000 in chips. So then I decided to, enlarge this tournament screen again and start recording it again. So, yeah, in my first frustration after that first hand where, I dumped my stack, I just deleted the recording. And so then I started recording again. And like I said, this is the first hour, or the second hour of the tournament just underway. And I started the second hour with about 5,000 in chips. And as you can see by tournament indicator here, I am in the green M zone. So we're going to go through this tournament and basically watch for certain hands, certain situations. And you're going to get a taste of what happens in the MTT5 pack, where I make 5 final tables, and this is essentially the same style of play that I play all the way through. I'm dumping all lousy hands basically at this point. Now that I feel that I was fortunate enough to come back in this tournament, I want to preserve my stack at this stage because I'm green M zone. I'm not going to play around with it. You're not going to be able to bully people around at these levels, but you can watch for some over-aggressive play and hopefully getting some players to give you some chips. Played this rather coyly. Flop trips. Check, hoping to get a bet from Benny over here, but that doesn't look like it's coming, so I'm going to put out a small bet here. Just try and get some value off it. Okay, so I got a boat here. I don't know, maybe he had a 5, maybe he's got a 3, so I'll put out a value bet here. If I get a re-raise, that'd be great. Oh, maybe he's got king high. Let's see what he has. So he called that. I don't know, maybe he did have a 5. What did he have? He had a 3. He had 3s full of 8s. Damn it. I probably could have gotten more out of him. Could have put a $600 bet out there. A lot of guys might have re-raised that thinking that I limped in and didn't have an ace, and I checked in the river, so, or when I checked the flop. So he played that even though he's been in a lot of hands and I found him kind of loose. He lost the minimum there. So that's pretty good on his part. Okay, a few hands later. 5 deuce offsuit in the big blind. I'm playing another tournament on my other computer here right now. So if you hear some Moses flapping around, that's what it is. So pots are getting pretty big here because the blinds are 100 and 200, and I got a couple 3 limpers. Hey, with 5-2, wonderful. Give it up. All right, so, well, I hit 2 pair. I got some other players in the pot. I think I would like to call here and hoping that somebody else comes into the pot too, or maybe this guy pushes all in because he's only got 1,800 chips left. And then I got 3 players in there. Okay, so I did get a call over here, which was nice. Now let's see, if he might be, okay, so he bet. Now it's time to raise. I'm just going to stick it all in, fold, because no way this guy can fold now. Whatever he's got. 10s, what an awful play. He limped in the small blind there and let me in. Wow, awful play. He has doubled me up. 2 pair. It's good enough for me at these levels. At some other levels I might be more cautious about it, especially since there was a flush on board, but $5 tournament, no, you're going to get a lot of participants here who are going to be pushing and playing with top pair, top kicker, or the overpair like this guy had, and not care that a jack came on a turn. He's still going to stick it in there. So two pair, I will go to the wall with in lower tournaments, and I think you're going to see that throughout the MTT5 pack. In that, hey, sometimes you get beat by a higher two pair or a set, or maybe somebody makes a straight or somebody might make a straight on the river. Those are the beats. But in low level tournaments, you generally are going to be doubling up with two pair. How many mistakes did we see in that hand? A limp here, a limp there, a limp here. I checked. Oh no, then he bet. So I called, he folded, and he called. Who knows what he even had. And then when the turn came to jack, then he pushes with tens after the turn came a jack. Silly. And now it looks like he's just tilting right out of this tournament. And that's what happens. There you go. Bye-bye. All right, pocket nines. Nice hand. And I've been getting consistent raising over here, so well, I'm going to limp in because I need this flop to really help me. It doesn't. I'm a little bit worried. However, he did check to me, so to me that's a bet. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that check. Had he bet, I'm just going to fold. I really am. I'm not going to get involved where it looks like, it's just going to be a dangerous situation, heads up, and where I'm going to get re-raised. Now, a lot of times that would have been a good bet no matter what. Or had he bet, you could also re-raise there too. It's just that it looked like that flop pretty much hit him, but who knows? He might have been pushing a little small pair, fours or fives, something like that, and just forgot about it because he recognizes too that I am a tag player, and that's the kind of flop that's the kind of flop that is going to hit the kind of cards that I play. So possibly a good read by him too. Little did he know I had nines. If he knew I had nines, I think he comes over top. Well, I haven't been playing too many tournaments lately. Just by virtue of creating these videos and maintaining the websites, it's rather difficult. So it's nice, to be able to actually sit down, allocate a few hours to a tournament, get back into it. When I first started, in low-level tournaments, I multi-tabled tournaments all day, playing 20, 30, sometimes 40 tournaments a day. And those are the days when I used to knock down regular prizes, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. That was in party poker mostly. Oh, so sad. This hand got split. And, when I was able to do that, it's just simply a numbers game. That's why you play that many tournaments. So, sometimes you don't make it too deep. Okay, 1,300, small stack here, definitely going to call. Actually, there's another small stack in the blind here, so I should probably go three-way with this. This is the type of hand you want to go up against small stacks with. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, why did he just call? Give me a break. No way he should have just called. He's got 560 chips. Okay, I gotta avoid an ace of Jackie King. Let's see if that happens. That happens. This is a nice little pot. Two short stacks out with the pocket fours. I was pretty fortunate there when you're up against two players with overcards. I guess it helped that they shared an overcard, but still pretty fortunate. 16,000, so a nice little pot. Either way, hey, I'm maybe back down to 10,000 and, playing yellow M zone as opposed to green M zone, so it's not a GCI situation, and totally acceptable risk in that spot. Biding my time. 22 of 556 left. There were 2,300 entrants in this tournament. I keep getting 7 deuce in this other tournament that I'm watching here. So again, at this stage, now I do have 16,000. You should become very aware of the stack sizes of your opponents. Here we got a small stack here, small stack here. Looks like a small stack here. And here. So those are the guys, those are the players that you want to target with your marginal situations. Normally, this is kind of a folding hand from early position, but I have a stack advantage, and I want to target some of these smaller stacks to play against. With a marginal type of hand like this, it's these small guys you want to be playing against. Over here, if they go all in, it's definite call. You know, you might have to get lucky, but if you're in enough of those confrontations, you're going to get lucky enough and win those marginal situations where your stack is just going to balloon just by knocking off some of these small stacks. And it doesn't matter if you lose one or two of them, because if you win one or two of them, you have really advanced your play. You have really advanced your stack position. Now, of course, look at this. I got to get lucky. I need a 9 or a king. Doesn't happen. No problem. 13,000. I'm still green M zone. He is double up. He played it fine. That's no problem. Like I said, if another big stack comes up against me there, ace jack, of course, is a fold. This is why you're paying attention to... I got to walk with my ace queen. This is why you're paying attention to stack sizes. Always target a particular player with a certain hand. Had I had a bigger hand, well, I don't care who comes in. You know, I want action from anybody then. But with a hand like that, ace jack, ace 10 offsuit, ace 9 suited, yeah, you don't want to play around with. Keep your risk window really confined in those situations.